It's a $60 billion industry that is unregulated. And there's no transparency whatsoever. They'll have things in their ingredient list that say fragrance. But do you know what's behind that fragrance?
Right. What fragrance?
It's usually, toxic ingredients that are, a secret proprietary mix to give that, signature scent that's been around for God knows how many years. But no,
Right.
there's no law about disclosing all of the ingredients, and that's something that Beauty Counter is fighting for as well. But no, not a lot of people can throw out the entire bathroom like you did. I mean, I think what I try to say to people is, switch to safer as your products run low. Switch to safer.
My name is John Levine, and I'm a certified health coach determined to help people reclaim health and happiness. My approach to health is compassion and looking at the whole person and understanding each person's unique set of health issues. I can and will help you reverse the chronic health issues you're dealing with. I hope you enjoy my show, The Whole Truth Podcast. Thank you for the support, and God bless you, my friends.
Welcome, everyone, to the Whole Truth Podcast with John Levine, powered by Shackley. Creating healthier lives, natural, safe, and 100% guaranteed. And by Dean's Natural Food Markets with 5 locations in Ocean, Shrewsbury, Basking Ridge, Chester, and Metuchen. Today, we have Peggy Nicolosi. She is the executive director at Beauty Counter. She's an interior design and style enthusiast and mom, which means she is very passionate about what we're going to talk about today. Toxic beauty products. Toxic beauty products. So, how are you, Peggy?
I am great and so excited to be here, and thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. Yeah. I'm happy to have you here. Last time I saw you was the WeForm conference, probably, 4 months ago?
Yeah, November?
Yeah.
I think it was November.
So, good to see you again.
Thank you.
Let's get right into it. Toxic beauty products. What's so toxic about your conventional beauty products? What is in these things that I should be aware of?
Oh, boy.
Or women should be aware of?
So, in our country, we'll just talk U.S. for a little bit. There are 80,000 chemicals that have been introduced to the marketplace since World War II, 10% of which have been tested for safety on human health. So around 10,000 chemicals are used commonly in skincare and deodorant and baby wash and cosmetics and skincare and sunscreen and stuff that everybody uses.
10,000 out of the 80,000 have been tested.
Have been tested.
So 70,000 have not been tested. Yeah.
So
we like our chemicals.
I know.
We have a lot. There's no doubt about that.
So in the U.S., there has not been a major law governing what goes into these products since 1938. That's 80 years. So Europe bans 1,400 ingredients for use in personal care and beauty products. Canada bans 600. We as a country ban 30. When I started at Beauty Counter 6 years ago, it was only 11. So we're up to 30. Woohoo!
We're getting there.
We're getting there, but we have a long way to go.
Well, you're going to help us get there even further, right?
Isn't that
that's the point? We're going to get this even further down the line.
Yeah.
Yeah, we like our chemicals. My gosh.
Yeah, and not all chemicals are unsafe.
Right.
But, there are some that are questionable or indeed harmful. So Beauty Counter does, our own testing, and we're, of course, going to share that with the industry. We're doing some testing right now with Tufts University of Medicine, who was the body who did a lot of the testing with BPA and took that out of baby bottles and baby products because they found that it was obviously having neurotoxicity issues. So, but, we like to partner with the right people.
What are the chemicals, the most well-known chemicals that are in the products that should not be, that are so toxic that we know of?
Formaldehyde.
Formaldehyde?
That's in baby wash. It's also in some hair care products.
It's pretty staggering, right?
Staggering.
It's pretty unbelievable to think about it.
Yeah. And people don't know. They think, I'm not going to name any brands, but, they think, oh, these are 200-year brand,
You can
old
name-
brand.
you
No,
can
no,
name
no.
the brands.
We don't like to disparage other brands here at Beauty Counter, but
But maybe I will. Johnson and Johnson. There you go. I just did it.
yeah,
I
and
just
there's
did
lawsuits.
it. I just did it.
Yeah, there's
Wow.
lawsuits, and they've, it's come out in the press, so that's all good.
Well,
but
it is what it is. When you put, it is what it is. When you Johnson and Johnson.
Yeah.
Well, let's call it like it is. I have to be real. What was it about a month ago? They found something in a product. When you've been caught with toxic chemicals in your products, then you have been caught. It's really that simple. If there's something that's been found and you're sued and you've paid it out, you're caught.
But they have different formulations in Europe than they do here because there's no regulation here. The FDA is a
Right.
body that, monitors food way more than they do. It's a page and a half long set of,
You know what the
regulations.
FDA stands for, right?
Food and Drug Administration.
There you go.
Wow.
We're getting real
They're
here.
they do what they're told. And so it's up to us as,
Right.
it's funny, this beauty counter endeavor that I've been, involved with for 6 years now since we started the company in 2013. It's made me a lot more politicized, and I think it's, really armed these women that are all now women and men that are involved with this company. It's like we're
Yeah.
a lot more politically active, I think, than anybody ever was before. So it's
Well, if you
it's good.
educate people, and especially if you educate women, because they drive the household,
Exactly.
there's your power.
Exactly.
You have so much power when you put education into a woman's hands, more so than men, because men they're stubborn, man. But women, they drive the house.
Yep. Exactly.
If they know what's in a product
Yep.
and they get passionate behind something, that's it.
Yep.
The kids are gonna be doing it. The husband's gonna be doing it.
Yep.
It's over, right?
So that's what Beauty Counter is setting out to do. Now, our number one pillar, our number one goal is to educate. So we are, educating our families, our friends, our communities about these ingredients like formaldehyde, phthalates, parabens, the preservatives. I mean, they're all like these scientific names that I can't even, name at the moment. But, the preservatives are the things that actually are very, very toxic. So,
Right.
Organic is best, but organic is expensive, and we're trying to make our products accessible to everybody. So, not every ingredient that we want to use in our products are available organic. So, it's all about safe products that are high performing. So those two things are hard to do. So we're slowly, in 6 years coming out with more and more products, but it's about educating and then providing a solution to the problem through products.
Right. So I've got some other things: triclosan, triclosan, sodium lauryl sulfate,
Oh yeah, SLS. Yeah, it's in almost all the toothpaste. Yeah.
retinol palmitate,
Yep.
or palmitate.
Yep.
Stuff's hard to pronounce.
Yeah.
Petroleum distillates,
Mm-hmm.
aluminum. I think we mentioned aluminum. Or no, there's
Aluminum is
Yeah.
common in a lot of deodorants. So, we've been working on a deodorant for, 2-3 years. We're not there yet.
Oh, you don't have one yet.
No, we're working on it. That's like the number one thing that everybody's, please come out with a deodorant that's really high performing, because not many of them are, that are safe. So we're trying. It's just we're not there yet.
I can tell you that they're not high performing.
Yeah, I think.
The ones that are organic.
Yeah, no, they're not.
Yeah, because sometimes I smell.
Yeah,
And you
it's
know
a
what?
problem.
So now, yeah, it is a problem. So I have a little aluminum in what I'm using, because
So is it deodorant or antiperspirant?
no,
'Cause
it's
there's
a
different-
deodorant.
Okay.
I think there is a little aluminum. I don't put much on, but the organic stuff like the salt sticks,
Yeah.
oh baby,
Yeah, no, I know. I know.
It's not good.
Listen,
So-
we're working on it. We're getting there. We're beating up our vendors and our suppliers. We're we have strict standards at Beauty
But
Counter.
that's
We do.
good,
Yeah.
because you're not putting something out there
No.
that doesn't work and
No.
that's not safe. You're working on it.
Yeah.
I would rather you work on it than
Right.
than quickly bring it to fruition,
Right.
and then it's not safe or it doesn't work.
When I started
So,
the company,
it's all
I was
good.
told we're never going to have mascara and we're never going to have red lipstick. Well, I'm wearing our beautiful red lipstick now, and we finally came out with mascara 2 years ago, and we have 2 formulations, one lengthening, one volumizing, and the lengthening was hard to get off in the beginning. So we put it out there, we recalled it, we formulated it, and we're really transparent with what we're doing. It's like we're trying to get all these products out there that all of our clients are asking for, but again, it's hard. It takes a long time.
So where's the research done?
Everything is done in the U.S., I have to say. When I first started, some of the color cosmetics were made in Italy because the minerals, for whatever reason, in the earth in Italy were just a little safer and just had less heavy metals.
The minerals in the earth in Italy were safer than...
Some of our powders, yep.
Really?
So eventually, again, this is a movement.
And
This
that's
is a-
something that Beauty Counter tested?
Oh,
They
yeah.
literally, they tested the minerals in the
Oh,
earth
God.
in
We
Italy?
test. Here's the story. So we put out our color cosmetics a year or two after we launched the company, and they realized they test before they package,
Right.
and they test after they package. And after we packaged, they found out there were a little bit higher, millionth of a I forget what the measurement is, and they threw it all away. For a startup company to do that was huge and unheard of. We literally tossed away the entire color collection and started over. So, but now I'm proud to say that everything is made in the U.S. because, again, it's a trend. So all the suppliers are finally getting on the bandwagon, and now we have, minerals. They've sourced it themselves. It's all about our suppliers. We have to trust them, which a lot of companies have gotten in trouble because they've, gotten into bed with vendors and suppliers that just aren't really living up to their standards. So we're very, very particular about who we work with, and
How do you test for this stuff? I mean, that's a tough question.
well, we
But
don't
there's, like-
test on animals. That's for damn sure. No testing on animals. None
None
of our
what's-
vendors. No one tests on animals. Absolutely not.
Well, as an animal lover, I'd like to hear that.
Yeah. It's rigorous. We have third-party testing, and it's
This is-
expensive.
it's independent
yes,
testing?
yes.
They have nothing to do with Beauty Counter?
No, God, no, no.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
And but how do you test it? I mean, there's like a whole research lab that...
Yeah, I mean, again, it's third-party testing. There's product development people that are on our team that are part of Beauty Counter that have worked for, every huge, conglomerate you can think of in the U.S.
Well, that's
So
good because you need that because
R&D
they're not
is
biased
huge. No,
whatsoever.
no. But it's interesting, I came from a marketing and advertising background, advertising beauty brands, and some of my clients were some of those companies like Procter and Gamble and Coty.
Sure,
and,
sure.
so I was pushing these products and brands that were
Right.
filled with these. Of course, I didn't know back then, but
Right, sure.
but it's finally good to be working for a company that you feel that is doing some good, and having social impact. So
When you don't know, and then you find out the information, and then it could be a little scarring. I mean, I sold high blood pressure medication, and through lifestyle, you don't really need to be taking high blood pressure medication. You can change your lifestyle and eat healthy and move more and
Right.
sleep and avoid that.
right.
So yeah, I mean, but I didn't know. When you're younger, you just do what you do. But yeah, so I mean, I totally get it. I will tell you a little story, but this is it's important that so once you know, there's no turning
You
back.
can't unknow
You know,
what
and
you
then
learn. No.
yeah, and knowing it from that's like a legitimate source. So I started this crap years ago with the organics, believe it or not, more so than my wife. She's on board now, of course, but probably 15 years ago, I was reading. I had a buddy who was, always drinking like Manuka honey with chia seeds, and I'm like, what is going on here? What are you doing? He would always give me like books, but I've always had an open mind, and I read and researched, and if I get behind something, like I will research the heck out of it. And I was up till 3:00 in the morning, and I had a book, and it was specifically on what's in beauty products. Can't remember the name of the book.
Not just a pretty face.
I don't think it was that. It was a while.
How long ago?
It's probably like 15 years ago, a long time ago. And let me tell you, the point is this. I read the book, and I read everything that's in the beauty products and all the nonsense that goes on, and I flipped out.
Yeah.
And I went into the bathroom, and at that time we were using all your standard conventional products.
Yeah.
I took a hefty bag and this is a true story. I took every product and I put it in the hefty bag and took it out to the curb. And my wife woke up in the morning and went into the bathroom and there was nothing there. And I mean nothing. And she was like, what's going on? And she is chill. She's totally chill. She's like, what happened here?
Right.
I'm like, you don't understand. You can't put this on your body. You can't use this shampoo. You can't use this soap.
It's a $60 billion industry that is unregulated. And there's no transparency whatsoever. They'll have things in their ingredient list that say fragrance. But do you know what's behind that fragrance?
Right. What fragrance?
It's usually, toxic ingredients that are, a secret proprietary mix to give that, signature scent that's been around for God knows how many years. But no, there's no law about disclosing all of the ingredients, and that's something that Beauty Counter is fighting for as well. But not a lot of people can throw out the entire bathroom like you did. I mean, I think what I try to say to people is, switch to safer as your products run low. Switch to safer. And it doesn't have to be a Beauty Counter product, although these are amazing and we're winning tons of awards with beauty bloggers and beauty editors. But, like you said, coconut oil. I have a friend who really believes in this mission, but she loves her coconut oil and her coffee grinds that she uses to exfoliate her face, and her whole bathroom is like a kitchen. But I do have friends that really don't believe this. It's
well, you know what?
and some of them are in my family. I mean, it's like crazy.
Well, that's
It's
usually how it
crazy.
works.
Ugh.
If you're open-minded, you're already listening to this show, and then this information will sink in. And if you don't want to hear it, seriously, God bless you.
Yeah.
It is okay. I mean, I know what you're trying to do. What I'm trying to do is educate and make people healthier and happier.
Right.
But when people don't want to hear it, it's just forget it.
Right.
It's just, when they're ready, we're
Right.
here. Okay. So tell me what's in these products, what's not in these products. Do you use fragrance? Do you use color dyes?
We use fragrance, but it is only essential oil fragranced products. We don't have fragrance in our skincare because you really don't need that. But our face oils, the benefits of the essential oils that are in the face oils, which is an amazing moisturizer, they have essential oils in it. The body products have essential oils. We call it citrus mimosa. It's all tangerine and orange and grapefruit oils.
So this is nature-based stuff.
Oh, for sure. Botanicals.
Yeah.
But there are chemicals that are safe. So this is not, chemical free. And by the way, there's no regulation of natural and organic in the beauty industry. Yes, in food, you can say, you have to legally have that organic stamp on food. But there's, people can say it's an all natural brand. It's marketing bullshit. But so what is not in our products are 1,500 ingredients
You can't say bullshit on this show, by the way.
Sorry. Yeah, I've already
Even
heard
though
it.
I just said it.
You've dropped many F-bombs in the podcast I've heard. But the never list is our, we coined that list of 1,500 ingredients that we will not use. Coal tar, which is in mascara. I don't know. Phthalates, parabens, I said all that. Formaldehyde, Retin A, which is, listen, I'm really needing some Retin A right about now in my time. But it's for wrinkles. It's like that, you put it on, that stuff works. But guess what? It is not safe. It takes away that first layer of wrinkles, and you just have like smoother skin. And
I will say this again. I'm cutting you off a little bit. I have my wife and I have my daughter. For those who are listening that are women, and there's a lot of them, if you're going to use beauty products, I hope you choose something safe. I didn't just have you on my show. My wife uses Beauty Counter. I don't get paid by Beauty Counter. There's nothing, I have no involvement with Beauty Counter. I'm here to try to get people to be healthier and happier. That being said, why you're putting a mask on your face and covering up your lips, and if you have wrinkles, you need some Retin A. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because you know what? Your wrinkles are there, and embrace them. They're beautiful, and they're there, and they're supposed to be there because they're supposed to be there.
Right.
So this whole I just don't quite get it. My daughter's 10 years old, and there's kids. There's not a lot of kids, but there's kids wearing lip. Why? There's nothing to cover up.
Well, it's fun. It's fun. I mean, honestly, for little girls, it's fun and it's pretty, and it's just, it is. It is. I'm sorry. I like being a girl. I love wearing it all. I do. I really do.
All right. I like.
But it is really important for young girls to know this because all the endocrine disrupting ingredients and hormone disrupting ingredients. I mean, that's the test we're doing with Tufts University right now. Is all about endocrine disrupting ingredients and the effects and what ingredients are exactly those target and what are the effects. So, hopefully in another year or so, we'll have a whole, another wave of, the 1,500 ingredients that we don't have in our products are really with the tests and the results that we have right now. But there's always new information coming
1,500 ingredients.
are not used in our products.
And
So
these are used in other products?
yes.
Okay.
Yes. But, there's a whole thing with puberty and, it's getting younger and younger and younger. And it's not just, obviously, the stuff you put on your skin, but it is, the food and the water and the air and everything else, all the chemicals in our whole environment. So this is really an environmental health movement. It's we are specifically in the clean beauty, clean personal care industry, but it really is an environmental health movement, and it's about educating people, not just about the skin, but everything else. Your home products is another thing. It's like, one of the very first meetings I had with Greg Renfrew, who was the founder and CEO of the company, who I actually went to college with, is how I found out about the company. One of the very first meetings, she just went through and said, listen, for everybody in this room right now, no more shoes in the house. Throw away your Teflon pots and pans. No more microwave.
No more shoe. Oh, because you're tracking chemicals?
So it was really about educating us about that. It's not just about what you put on your skin. It's bigger than that. But we're starting
skin
here.
is the largest organ in the body.
Exactly.
It's the largest organ in the body. Right. People don't even really. What do you mean it's an organ? It's an organ.
Yeah,
it's the largest organ, and so everything gets through your skin.
Yeah. It's they all have the patches now delivering medicine, so that's an obvious example. But it's another example with sun damage. It's like, you think you're sitting there and you get sun damage on the end of your nose, but guess what? That sun damage could show up in between your toes. That's why when you go to get your skin checked, the doctor checks every crevice of your body to make sure that damage you got here doesn't show up. So your skin covering your entire body is one organ, so you do have to protect it. And unfortunately, our government isn't doing enough right now. So we're really there's a bill that was on the floor 2 years ago, right before the 2016 election, called the Personal Care Product Safety Act, that is now being reintroduced, and that's all about giving the FDA the power to recall. Because right now we don't have the power to recall. They don't have the power to recall. So it's like, it's all about being transparent, forcing these companies to be 100% transparent about what's in their products, and giving the FDA power to recall.
You've got to educate the public, the regular public, that had the people who are not in government, the people who are not in the business. If you educate them and they make a big enough stink, then these things will change. The government is not going to protect you.
Right.
They never have, and they probably never will.
Right.
I mean, let's be honest.
Squeaky wheel gets the grease.
I mean, come on. I mean, I say some kind of bombastic things, but what I say is honest. It is the truth. People may not want to hear it. You've got to put health in your own hands. You've got to educate yourself and then speak up about it.
Yep.
And you have to spread that information, and that's why I'm doing this. If you do that and you have enough people who are passionate about the toxins in beauty products or whatever it may be, that narrative will change. Government's not going to do it because government, they're the same people that are in the big businesses. They just go back and forth in between private and public sectors. There's no incentive for them to do anything, and they're not going to protect you.
So we have 40,000 consultants now selling beauty counter products, and first and foremost, educating their communities wherever they are all around the U.S. and Canada. And on our anniversary every year, March 4th, we march forth, and we encourage all of our clients and all of our communities to text, and I have the sign here to try to get people to do it, Better Beauty, to that number, and you'll get a text back giving you, the information. You need to call your local reps, and you need to just, it's literally as simple as a phone call. We all 40,000 consultants and their clients on March 4th every year pick up the phone, and we call our local reps and we say, we demand, more regulation around our beauty products.
This is not a beauty counter thing. This is just a
Well,
general...
we started it. So
Right,
we're
okay.
trying to communicate to anybody can do this. You don't have to be a beauty counter client.
Right,
But
right,
it's
right.
just to let, it's this, like I said, squeaky wheel gets the grease. If you call, it's like they have a duty to their constituents to follow up and look into, if X amount of people call on a certain day, they have to look into it.
Oh, yeah.
So, I met with Cory Booker last year. I met with his office, me and about 10 other beauty counter reps from New Jersey.
Good.
Met with him and we just said, look, this is why I'm involved with this company. My father died of pancreatic cancer at age 53.
Oh, jeez.
My first cousin died of pancreatic cancer at age 45.
Oh, jeez. Sorry.
My mom had a neurodegenerative disease that was caused by environmental factors. And I had fertility issues. So I have a very strong why, as we call it, why I'm involved, why I'm so passionate about this movement. And, you have to speak up because there's so many other things that are important, you know what I mean? So things get pushed to the wayside. But, this is stuff we use on our bodies every single day. We use it on our kids. We use it on our newborns. I mean, and, 1 in 2 men and 1 in 3 women are diagnosed with cancer in their lifetime.
Oh, yeah, it's just unbelievable. The amount of chemicals that we use in this country, you said 80,000. I mean, I know the numbers. I mean, whether it's, fertilizer or on their lawns, and it's more and more and more and more. And we are bombarded.
Yep.
We are bombarded. So I am on board for sure. So tell me a little bit about the products. I'm looking at a bar soap.
Okay.
I'm looking at a bar soap with a big B on it.
Right.
What's
so
in
again,
that? How does
first
it
of all,
work?
we educate. So I think we've done that a little bit.
Yes.
Now, the next thing we do is we formulate. So we tried to provide a solution to the problem. So we formulate amazing products that are, again, safe and high-performing. Safer, I should say, and high-performing. So, we have 4 different skincare lines, which are, one's organic coconut oil-based, and that's for people that just want a basic cleanser. It's, for men, for tweens, and for anyone who has skin issues, if they have allergies. It's just, there's like very few ingredients in that line.
Okay, cool.
And then there's an aging gracefully line.
So
which we call
the
rejuvenating.
majority of it is coconut.
Organic coconut oil, yes.
The majority of it?
Yes. Very moisturizing, but again, very simple. And then we have something called Countermatch that is probably our most technically advanced line. It's all the power of botanicals, and it only gives you what you need. So throughout a 24-hour period, if you start dry and you end up oily, it fluctuates and
this is
gives
for
the skin
the
what
face?
it needs. For the face.
For the
face
face.
only. And then we have Counter Control, which is for people that are oily or acne prone. And then we just launched our Counterman line, which I brought some samples for you, John. I'm very interested
What
to
are
hear
you trying to
say.
say, Peggy?
But no, it's basic
Do
stuff.
I have wrinkles too?
No, it's not wrinkles. It's basic
kidding.
stuff. I mean, face cleanser. Men have different skin completely. They have more sebum, which is the oil-producing glands. They have more sebum, and their skin is thicker and tougher. So they really do need their own skincare line. So that's for you to let me know what you think. It just came out.
I have my sample. So
Then we have a full body line, shampoo, conditioner, body wash, body lotion, amazing body oil. We have full cosmetics line, which is, everything is developed with our makeup artist extraordinaire, Christy Coleman, who is a working makeup artist in Hollywood. She has all the Victoria's Secret models, and she does, advertising campaigns for Ralph Lauren, and she's literally a perfectionist and the sweetest woman on the planet, but she is a pro. She trained with Kevin O'Coin, if anybody in this room, which I don't think has any makeup background, but he's, was like the makeup guru, and she trained with him, and so she uses these products in her day job. So we've won tons of awards, and I don't know. This is all I use. This is all me and my family.
Let's have a little fun here.
Oh gosh.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, let's have a little fun. It's education.
Okay.
It's
yes.
empowerment.
Yes.
And it's entertainment.
Yes. And
You
the
have
black,
to have the entertainment.
Wait, I forgot to tell you, the black soap is charcoal soap. Okay.
Charcoal.
Removes toxins from your body and your face. So this is for body and face.
Like, is this activated charcoal?
I don't know. It might be. I don't
okay.
know. Is it? I don't know. I have to get back to you on that one.
But there's
It's charcoal based, so it if you don't use it every day because it could be drying. So
Sure.
that's something you use 3-4 times a day. There is a mask. I know you don't like the mask, but it's a charcoal mask. It's great for anyone who has occasional breakouts.
So what is this going to do for me?
I don't know if you need it. I mean, you don't think you need it.
What could,
You look like you have just very normal, balanced skin. I don't know if you might not need that.
and this is
You
just
can
for
try
men.
it once.
It smells clean.
Yeah.
It doesn't smell like.
No.
You ever smell that stuff that it just
Charcoal,
oh my God, it
minerally.
stinks? No, just like this stuff that has a lot of chemicals in it. It just oh my God. Like the hair salons. You go into a hair salon, it's like, whoa,
Don't
my
get me
God.
started on hair salons.
No, I'm just saying that this smells.
Yeah.
It smells normal.
Well, I have to say, our products are guaranteed for 1 year because we use the least amount of preservatives possible. And so they do turn funky after a year, like especially our oils, like the face oils. We have 0 preservatives here. So they might even turn 6, 7, 8 months. So, but this probably would be used in about 4 or 5 months anyway. I mean, I use that every day. I'm like,
So
addicted to
what
it.
about if you have a little heavy beard like my guy Christian? Christian, for people who are not watching, or actually, you know what, Christian, you can't see. Christian's my engineer. I love Christian. He's great. He's a handsome guy, but he could use a little counterman. What can
Well-
we put on his face right now
Well,
to?
Right now, I would love for him to try the beard oil.
I personally don't think he needs much, but there's beard oil.
Beard oil.
Ooh.
So you squirt a couple squirts in your palm, rub it around, and you kind of massage it in. And all it does is it moisturizes the skin under your beard, and it also softens your beard and makes it glisten a little bit.
Come on over
and-
here, big guy.
But it's not.
Come on over here. Let's get
This
some
is
beard
my
oil.
husband's number 1 favorite product, by the way.
If you don't
He
put it
swears
on
by
him,
this.
you can put it on me. I don't have a beard, I just have
Just
scruff.
tell me what it feels like.
All right.
All right? I'm
But-
squirting a little in your hand. Your hands are clean, right?
My hands are clean.
Okay.
I'm a germaphobe. My hands are
All right, yeah.
beyond clean.
Okay, just rub that around your hands.
I'm gonna knock
Just
this
put it
down.
on here.
Rub it around. Smells good. Okay, just rub it in.
That's with sequoia stem cell. That's the sequoia tree out of California.
Sequoia stem cell? What does that mean?
It's, from the sequoia tree. It's a botanical ingredient, and it just encourages healthy, balanced skin, basically.
Smells good. Now, does this go on the beard or just anywhere?
On the beard. I mean, I think my husband puts it all over, but I mean, it's probably good for your eyebrows. It's a moisturizing oil, and
You're missing out, Christian. You
it
sure you don't want some of this
penetrates.
stuff?
It penetrates through the beard. That's what it's supposed to
It
do.
penetrates through your beard.
to
I mean, I
get
don't have
that
a beard,
skin.
but
Yeah.
I mean, scruff, a little scruff. But yeah, that smells nice.
So we have, there's 6 or 7 products. There's pads, which you might find fun. These are toner pads that, again, balance, and they close your pores. Use it in the morning. They close your pores so that you're keeping out the free radicals and the pollution, because they're finding not only does sun and jeans cause wrinkles, but pollution, the toxins in the air. So closing your pores in the morning is really important. It keeps it keeps away wrinkles. But it feels good. It's like a toner.
Let's see this.
Yeah, these are individual pads.
Oh, my hand's all greasy.
So you would wash your face, then use the pads, then use a moisturizer.
So this
And you can
closes
skip
the
that.
pore.
You can use that only a couple of days a week if you don't
Can
have to use
I
it
take
every
one?
day. Yeah.
All right. So I have a.
Although we put the beard oil on first.
Oh, that's
but-
right. Well, what can I use it here?
Yeah, you can use it there. Yeah, you can use it everywhere, on your chest, your neck, and your face.
Clarifying toner pads for men, just for men.
Oh, I think you have 2.
Oh, I have 2.
Yeah.
You sure, Christian? You want one?
I'm good, man.
He's good. He's good. You want the lipstick?
Sure, why not?
All right, there you
No.
go.
So listen, guys. There's some guys that don't like a regimen. There's some guys that really get into that. But guys do need their own skincare.
Sure.
They have different skin.
So what about for the women? Like, what do you use? What are your
I
personal
use the
favorites?
rejuvenating because it's all vitamin C infused, and that's it does everything like lifts and tones and gets rid of wrinkles and all that kind of good stuff. Which
And where's that?
that's here. That is the rejuvenating. This is our most expensive line because it has it's the most active, I should say. So I use that. A lot of people love the counter match. I mean, my colleague Danielle, who's watching from the side, she loves her counter match. So and people mix and match. You don't have to use a whole regimen. We're not like don't mess with the the formula every single day. You can mix and match from our lines. You don't have to use all of Beauty Counter products either. I mean, some people really love our cleansing balm and our face oils, but they use their own face wash that they've used forever. So, it's all about lightening your toxin load wherever possible and making a switch when your stuff runs out and giving ours a try.
Since you're here, I have a something I want you to do for me.
Yes.
You may have it already.
Yes.
I love painting my daughter's nails. In fact, I
don't
have
that. We're working on it. It's
I have
so
put the
hard.
picture up here on my Instagram account just to show you that I'm not full of crap. That I
Did you do it yourself? Is
I
that
paint
you?
my daughter's nails.
You painted her nails.
I
It's
paint-
hard. I think it's really hard
We
to do.
we use Zoya, which is a little
Zoya's good.
which is not too, it's still a little stinky.
Yeah, well,
And then we used something
Zoya's
else.
one of the better brands, though. Zoya, Butter,
Yeah.
Coat. We really love Coat.
So I've been doing this since she was a little baby. I've always been the one who's done her nails because she's my little girl.
Yeah. How old is she?
She's 10.
Okay.
She is my little baby. God, I love her. It's just the whole thing about, like when you get to paint your daughter's nails, it's just like, it's just me and her. And like, to me, it's just like, what's better than that? You know what I mean? It's just incredible.
It's
So-
time together.
It's time together. That's
Face
what
to
it's.
face.
It's time together. So I wanted to show you that
Okay.
because that's important.
Very beautiful job. And any bright
too bad,
color
huh?
like that is hard.
You
I
see
mean,
this-
you have to be perfectly within the cuticle and not go over the line. And
I'm getting better.
Great
I'm not.
job. But we're working on nails are hard. I mean,
And there's a sparkly pattern on there too. We use the gold. I
that's
just
my
lost.
friend Laura. Oh, Laura.
It's hard
yeah,
to see in that
sparkly.
picture.
I don't know if we'll end up having sparkly. I mean, a couple years ago, we had a little holiday Christmas set for girls that was like, a little clear lip gloss and some fun stuff. But nails are
You
hard.
gotta get the nails.
Yeah. I haven't
when
heard that that's on our horizon, but I would imagine it would be. But no one, I think all bets are on the deodorant being launched next. But nails, like I said, we love Cote, COTE, which is a brand out of California. We've partnered with them.
Okay.
We have a New York retail store that launched, I don't know, January, I forget, November. It's a permanent store on Prince Street, 51 Prince Street, New York City, which is great because, anybody that sells Beauty Counter can send their clients there and they actually get credit for it, which is a very unusual model, which we didn't even get to talk about our business model. But we had Cote, the nail brand, have a special event there, and anybody that came in got a free manicure. So they are definitely one of the safer brands, and Zoya. So
Coat and
good for
Zoya
you.
there. And that brings me to another thing. I don't know your opinion on this, but I think I know it. EWG, Environmental Working Group.
They're one
In
of our
my
partners.
opinion, if you ever want to know what's in anything, I think they
Yeah.
pretty much have everything
Oh,
on
yeah.
there. You could see they rate the products. So
Yes.
are you on board
Yes.
with that?
Oh, yes. So the Environmental Working Group is one of our strategic partners. And,
Okay.
they have a thing called Think Dirty, which is an app you can download onto your phone. And, any product that you use or are considering buying, you can type in it. It rates it based on the safety of the ingredients. So,
Right.
when I first started with Beauty Counter, I was using some other hair care brand, and it rated like a 7 or 8 out of 10. So it was like in the red. It was like warning, warning. But they not only rate personal care products, but they also do water and food, and they're just it's a nonprofit that is a huge resource for the environmental health movement.
Yeah, so
it's a
I just want to
powerful
make sure I
organization.
told my listeners, EWG, Environmental Working Group, they've been around for a while and they are extremely reputable.
Right.
I actually used them before I threw out all the stuff
Okay.
from
And
my
they're
wife.
the one. That's how you found out to.
Well, yeah, I mean, I saw all the stuff in the back, and then I looked them up, and if they had a bad rating, which they all did, and I'm like, it had to go. So I went to EWG because I'm crazy. I mean, like, I like it. Right? I like the research, and I like to be
It's
knowledgeable.
empowering. It's empowering
Yeah.
to finally have all that information at your fingertips, and it's shocking and upsetting to realize that you had been using that stuff for so long, and your wife had been using it, and your daughter. So yeah.
Yeah, you get duped a little bit. You get duped a little bit with mainstream. Mainstream gives you one way. They don't give you any alternative. It's this is what you're getting, and this is what you hear.
I
and
think
this
in
is
our
what you...
country, Americans trust brands that are on the shelf. If it's on the shelf, we just inherently think our government approves it. It's good to use. It's good to go. It's in my CVS. It's in my Rite Aid. It's good for my family. And that's just not the case. It's crazy.
not.
It's crazy. But we're getting there.
We are getting there with your help. So, with that, use the skincare products that are going to take care of yourself. I mean, what am I trying to say? I would encourage my listeners not to put on things that are going to damage their bodies. I mean, health is everything. If I know there's a lot of stuff out there that makes you feel good and makes you look good, but if it's going to damage you, if it's going to make you sick, try to avoid that. I know some of the other stuff that's organic is expensive. It's more expensive, but there's value there. Because people look at the price and they're like, oh, this is only $5 and this is $50. You get what you pay for.
Right. Well, listen, this is a big thing in our industry right now. It's like, if we could get one of the big players, they're aware of Beautycounter. We're the undisputed leader in the clean beauty movement. They know everybody's watching what we're doing. Economies of scale. They have huge volume.
Right.
So if we could get them, by law, or just if they decide to make this change, which obviously is a huge financial, issue, but, then we would have, the vendors, and it would just open up a whole nother world to safety. So,
Peggy,
I'm sure they're thinking about it, but
you've done great. You know why? Because you helped educate my listeners, and
Right.
we're gonna go from here.
yeah.
So, safe beauty products. Beautycounter is certainly one of them. My wife uses them.
Can I make a plug?
You in a second. EWG, Environmental Working Group, is a great resource.
It
If you
is.
ever want to know what you have, what it's rated, they're very reputable. That's where you should go. And now Peggy's plug.
Small plug, but Beautycounter is based in Santa Monica, but we have businesses all over the country, and I've been doing this for 6 years, and I have a team of people. But I'd love to have anybody else join my team that is interested in, educating their family, friends, community. But it's beautycounter.com/Peggy Nicolosi, where you can shop and you can just research. We have a blog. Our Never list is on there. Just, do your homework, and we'd love for you to get involved, whether you're a client or you want to become a consultant, or even just host. You could host a couple of friends over, and we could just have an evening like this
Sounds good.
with some wine.
Do it, people, with some wine.
With some wine.
What is it? Biodynamic wine.
Yes.
Organic.
Yes, dry farm wines, of course.
Yeah, there you go. So with
Thank
that,
you, John. Thank you. Really,
welcome.
This was
Thank
really,
you for coming
really
on.
Valuable.
until next time, adios, amigos and amigas. See ya.